do you know what this is? Why are you holding a wedding dress? In fact, that's my wedding dress. What are you doing with it? Do you want to see what would happen to your dress if I set it on fire? I'm sure that it'd go up in flames beautifully. Burn my dress? That's a crazy thing to do. Please don't. Why would you do something like this? Hey, Alan, what should we give our wedding guests as a gift for them to take home? You know what'd be really cool? If we gave our guests some special flavored potato chips.
Potato chips? I know that they're your favorite, but not everyone loves potato chips like you, so maybe something else?
Are you sure about that? I've never met anyone that doesn't like potato chips.
Well, they're oily and salty. We should come up with something healthier.
I'm bummed out. I thought that you'd think that it was a great idea too.
Besides, you have more important things to think about. We don't have much time till our wedding day, and if we hand out potato chips to everyone, you're going to go up to them in the middle of our wedding and ask them to give some to you.
I wouldn't do anything like that. Don't you trust me? I'd make sure that I have my own bag of potato chips at the wedding so that I don't have to ask our guests to give me any.
I sure hope so, because you ate all the potato chips in my house.
Oh, you found out about that.
Yes, I did. You can't hide anything from me.
My name is Helen and I'm obsessed with potato chips. But right now I'm pretty obsessed with my fiancé Alan and planning our wedding too. I'm so excited about my wedding. I'm busy with the planning but having a lot of fun at the same time. I also need to make some time to meet Alan's parents. I'm pretty nervous about that, and I hope that they like me. And the day to meet Alan's parents arrived. I'm so nervous. My stomach is acting up.
You have nothing to be nervous about. My parents will love you just like I do. Just be yourself.
I was too nervous to eat breakfast this morning.
Really? That's so unlike you.
Yes, I'm fine. I usually eat 5 bags of potato chips, but today I only had 3. I'm a little off my game today.
What? Is that how much you eat every day?
Yes, potato chips are my staple diet.
You shouldn't eat so much junk food. It's not good for your health. I think that your stomach is acting up from the oil of the potato chips. It probably has nothing to do with you being nervous today.
Are you sure about that? Because potato chips usually have no effect on my stomach. But now that I come to think of it, maybe they do.
We should get going now.
Okay, I then went to Alan's house to meet his parents for the first time. Thank you for having me today. It's so lovely to meet you. Alan's told me so much about you. Hello, Helen. Nice to meet you in person as well. Make yourself at home.
Alan, Helen is very beautiful, just like you told us.
Oh, you're too kind.
You are beautiful, Helen.
Stop it. You're making me blush. I brought over a bottle of wine since Alan told me that you both drink wine. That's very kind of you, Helen. Thank you. I'll open the bottle later for us to share. I'm glad that you like it. Let me get dinner on the table. I also bought a few kinds of potato chips. Alan tells me that you love them. Wow, thank you.
That's really cool of you, Mom, but
You can have as many potato chips as you like.
I will. I'm so happy. I just love potato chips.
But you already had 3 bags this morning. Mom, Dad, please don't allow Helen to eat any more potato chips. It's not good for her health.
Today is the first time that we're meeting Helen, and we wanted her to do as she pleases. Helen, don't mind Alan. Thank you. Alan's parents seemed really nice, and I was getting along with them fine. Alan was right. I had nothing to be nervous about. His potato chips are delicious. I'm so glad that we have that in common. I recommend using mayonnaise as a dipping sauce. That sounds good. Let me try it. You're right. These potato chips taste even better with the mayo.
You two, don't get carried away.
I can see Helen and your mother getting along well. I'm so happy. You're lucky to be marrying someone like Helen. You two make a great couple. By the way, Helen,
Yes?
what is it that you do for work?
I'm an illustrator. That sounds interesting. Yes, I love that it allows me to be creative. I'd love to see your illustrations sometime. Better yet, would you be able to draw a facial caricature of me? I'd love to. Please draw me with a pretty face, though. Yes, of course.
Where do you commute to for work then?
Actually, I work from home because my hours are very flexible. I work as a freelancer.
I see.
I used to be a full-time employee at a company and was doing work as an illustrator on the side, but since I was doing pretty well as an illustrator, I decided to make that my main job.
Working from home, huh?
What does working from home mean, though?
Helen is an independent freelancer and gets project-related work from her clients. She makes more money than I do, and on top of that, she has the freedom to work from home. She's a really popular illustrator.
I'm not that popular, but I do have a stable income, and I'm very grateful for that. Okay, so you won't be relying on Alan's income then. You're financially independent, huh?
Our neighbor Ted claims to work from home, but in reality he lazes around his house all day and barely makes any money. I heard that he still relies on his parents for money.
Yeah, I think he earns money from affiliate marketing, but I guess his income is unstable. Poor guy. Well, you have nothing to worry about because Helen is making good money unlike Ted. Right now, Helen has her own apartment, and her rent is pretty expensive too.
But being a freelancer sounds risky to me. Helen, would you consider working full-time at a company again? Isn't it more secure? I just think that it'd be best for the both of you. Why don't you speak to your former manager about getting your old job back? Well,
Mom, you're not listening to me. Helen's business is going really well. You have nothing to be concerned about.
But Alan, what will our neighbors think if they hear that Helen works from home? We certainly don't want them to think that she's in a similar situation to Ted.
What do you care about what our neighbors think? Besides, you can explain it to them if they don't get it. You should be proud of Helen if anything. I mean, she makes more money than I do.
Alan,
Helen, if you're marrying into our family, would you reconsider going back to your old company?
I think that'll be difficult for me. I love what I do now and I can't let my clients down. But will you please do this for us? This is what's best for our family. Being an illustrator doesn't even sound like a real job. I want people to take you seriously.
I'm in complete agreement with my wife here.
You two are being ridiculous. Why does Helen's profession matter to you so much?
This was the first time that I saw Ellen get really angry and shouting.
Helen has a great job and you have no right to criticize her like this. Not many people are able to find a dream job like her. As her family, we should fully support her. To get to where she is now, she was working 2 jobs before her illustration business took off.
How much money can you make as an illustrator anyways? Are you sure she's not sleeping with her clients to get them to pay for her or something else?
I think that's highly probable. You can't make decent money by just drawing illustrations.
That's a crazy thing to say. Of course I would do no such thing.
I can't believe how this day is turning out to be. This was supposed to be a happy day for Helen and I. I didn't think that my parents were so shallow. I'm so disappointed. I don't want you two to come to our wedding anymore. In fact, I'd like to cut all ties with you.
Calm down, Alan. There's no need for you to do that. We were only trying to look out for you. We want what's best for you and for Helen.
That's right. We're only trying to protect you. We're not saying these things to hurt you or Helen.
Helen, we've wasted enough time here. Let's go.
Okay, thank you for having us. Goodbye. Wait, don't go. Alan ignored his mother and pulled my hand, signaling to leave the house with them.
Helen, I'm so sorry about all the ridiculous and hurtful things my parents said to you. I'm so ashamed. I don't want to have anything to do with them after what they did.
Uh-huh.
I hope that you're not reconsidering marrying me after meeting my parents. I don't blame you.
That's not how I feel at all. I'm marrying you, not your parents. I love you more than anything in this world, and I can't wait to get married to you.
Helen.
And I was really happy when you defended me like that in front of your parents.
Oh.
Never had anyone do something like that for me. It made me realize how much you support me. It's going to be hard not to have your parents' blessing, but I think that we'll be happy together.
Thanks, Helen.
I was more in love with Alan now, knowing that he would do anything to make me feel safe. I could depend on him to protect me from any undesirable situation that might come our way. I was shocked by Alan's parents' words, but over time, I'll get over it. 1 week later, I received a phone call from Alan telling me that he was coming over to my house to see me, and that he was bringing his parents with him.
We're so sorry for all the terrible things that we said to you last week.
I'm so sorry, too. I hope that you'll forgive us. They seemed to really regret what they had said to me last week and were asking for my forgiveness.
My parents wanted to come see you and apologize for their rude behavior. You don't have to accept their apologies if you don't want to, though.
We feel really bad about what we said to you. After our conversation, I looked up your profession and realized that being a successful illustrator is a very coveted position to be in.
We shouldn't have said those things without fully understanding your situation. We've come here to ask you not to cut all ties with us, please. I mean, we'd like to be a part of your family, especially when you have a child together.
Please, do forgive us.
Well, thank you for coming over. Does this mean that you'll forgive us?
Are you sure?
Yes, I'd like all of us to get along. Thank you for being so understanding, Helen.
Thank you.
Are you sure about this, Helen?
Yes, I don't want to fight with your parents, and it seems that they really regret what they said to me last week, so... After that, Alan and I were able to go ahead with the wedding preparations as planned. One day, I was out for lunch with my close friend Melanie. We used to work at the same company before I became a freelancer. I'm so thrilled that you and Alan are getting married. I can't wait to attend your wedding. You guys are so in love, and it's so sweet. My former boss is coming to the wedding as well. I think it's really nice of him to do so. I think that he secretly had a crush on you. I don't think so. He's married to his beautiful wife, remember? Either way, Alan is the man for you. I hope that I don't embarrass you by crying too much at your wedding. I can so see you crying at the wedding. Oh, by the way, I have a present for you. Some potato chips. I bet you've never tried this flavor before. It's an acquired taste, so not sure if you'll like it though. Thanks, Melanie. I'll let you know my thoughts after trying it. It's a very thoughtful present. I love trying out new flavors. You're a great friend. I have some more gifts that I'd like to give you, but it's still a surprise. I opened the bag of potato chips that Melanie had given me as soon as I got home. It really was an acquired taste. At first, I didn't like it at all, but after a while, I started to like it. How bizarre. I gave some to Alan, but he said that they were gross and threw up in the bathroom. A few more months passed, and it was finally the day of our wedding. I was so excited.
I can't wait to see you in your wedding dress today. You're going to look gorgeous. I just know it.
Well, thank you, Alan. I can't wait to see you in your tuxedo either. I'm going to refrain from eating potato chips today because I don't want to get any grease on my dress.
I can't believe that you're obsessing about potato chips on your wedding day. I made the right choice in not having potato chips at our wedding.
I'm really bummed about that, but I guess I can go one day without potato chips. May I ask the groom to go to the change room now? Yes, see you again soon, Ellen.
Yep.
I also went to the changing room to get my wedding dress. What? Where's the dress? It's gone. What's wrong? Oh, it's nothing. Could you please wait here for a few more minutes? Okay. I was concerned because the wedding staff seemed really nervous about something. What was it?
Hi, Helen.
Oh, hello. You're here earlier than expected.
I came to show you something.
Okay, what is it?
We're going to do a video call with my wife now.
Okay. Hello, Helen. How are you? Hello, I'm great. Do you know what this is? Why are you holding a wedding dress? In fact, that's my wedding dress. What are you doing with it? Yes, it's your wedding dress. Good eye. Why do you have my wedding dress and where are you now? I'm thinking of having a bonfire here. Why? I don't understand. Do you want to see what would happen to your dress if I set it on fire? I'm sure that it'd go up in flames beautifully. Burn my dress? That's a crazy thing to do. Please don't. Why would you do something like this? Well, stop. Please stop. I'm trying to prove my point that this dress is too luxurious for you. You need to make more money if you want to wear such a fancy dress on your wedding day. I know that you bought this expensive dress using Alan's money. Well, you're wrong. I paid for that dress. As you watch this dress burn, you should think about all of the sacrifices Alan is making for you. 3, 2, 1. Please stop. Don't do this. Fire! Come on, burn! What has she done? My wedding dress! It was one of a kind! You don't deserve to wear a wedding dress like this, Helen. And I don't think that you deserve to marry Alan either.
We think that you should call off this wedding for everyone's sake.
How can you do this to me? What have I ever done to you? Alan's evil mother burned my dress and that was the end of it. I really loved that dress. I was starting to think that I should call off the wedding like Alan's parents suggested. I couldn't have a wedding without my dress. I felt bad for my wedding guests, but I hoped that they would understand once I told them my wedding dress was gone.
That was so much fun.
It really was. I had a good laugh. We really fooled Helen when we apologized to her the other day. We were just building up to this moment. I hope that Alan thanks us later for saving him from marrying the wrong girl.
Now that the wedding is going to be cancelled, let's go home and have something to drink.
That's a great idea. I've been looking all over for you. You're Alan's parents, aren't you? Yes, we are. Maybe help you with something. The wedding is about to start. I think that you should be seated at your table now. I thought that the wedding's been canceled, though.
Yes, that's right. Are you trying to tell us that the wedding is still on?
Alan's parents headed to the wedding venue. Huh? They didn't cancel?
But what is Helen going to do without her wedding dress? We burnt it, remember?
May we ask you to stand for the bride and groom? I then entered the room wearing a pink dress. Helen looks stunning in her dress. I agree. She looks like a princess. What's going on here? Where did Helen get that dress?
How did she find a dress at the last minute?
Alan's parents were so confused. They had no idea how I had pulled off the wedding even after they had burned my dress. The two of them came over to speak to Alan and I once our reception started.
Where did you get that pink dress?
I'd like to know as well. We burnt your dress.
You two are despicable.
My friend delivered the dress to me. I see. Why would she do that? Because she's my best friend and she cares for me. Right, Melanie? Yes, that's right.
I don't get it. How did Melanie find this dress in so little time?
Melanie's a famous fashion designer.
Oh, really?
She was the one that designed my white dress as well, the one that you burned. I loved that dress, but Melanie didn't, so she was secretly designing a second dress for me as a surprise, which is the pink dress I'm wearing now. I'm glad that I was able to finish this dress in time. I like this dress much better than the other one. Thank you so much for designing this beautiful dress for me. You've really made my day. I wouldn't have been able to go ahead with the wedding if it hadn't been for you. So bummed out about the dress that was burned because I loved that one too. I'm so happy to hear that. Our plan failed. Bummer.
We weren't able to put a stop to this wedding.
Just to let you know, we've been recording this entire conversation.
Why would you do such a thing?
We're going to play this recording to all of our wedding guests at the end of our reception today.
Don't do that, Alan. That would be reckless of you.
And after that, we're submitting the recording to the police as evidence.
We're your parents. You don't want us to get in trouble, do you?
I no longer consider you to be my parents. Today is the last day that I'll be seeing you. I should have never believed your fake apologies and cut ties with you two sooner.
Don't say that, Alan. We did this for you. Helen, this is all your fault. Ugh. Helen's mother tried to give me a hard shove. Helen, watch out! Melanie! Melanie stood in front of me so that I wouldn't get hurt and ended up on the floor instead of me. And because of this, her glasses broke. joke. Dare you shove me like that, you bitch! Huh? Melanie's really pissed off now. Whenever Melanie took off her glasses, she became a completely different person. You're going to pay for this, bitch! I'm gonna make sure that the police arrest your sorry asses. First you burned the dress that I designed for Helen, and then you tried to push her onto the floor and hurt her. How could you? This dress was one of a kind, designed especially for Helen. The dress cost as much as a house would. Good luck paying for all the damages that you caused. This is a bad joke, right? Why would I joke about something like that? Melanie's not kidding. That's how much that dress costs. People would kill to have a dress designed by Melanie. She's that famous and popular.
We had no idea that the dress was so expensive and designed by someone so famous.
It's your fault for not being able to recognize haute couture when you see it. Now get out of here before we call the cops on you. You both don't belong here. Let go of me.
Let go of my wife!
Well, you owe us $300,000 for that dress. And with that, Alan's parents were kicked out of our wedding venue. Melanie, here are your glasses. They're shattered. Thanks, Helen. My glasses may be broken, but I can still see using them. I guess this will have to do for today until I can get them fixed. Yes. Was I a little too harsh on Alan's parents? No, you were fine. Thanks for helping us out. You were like Superwoman. Very strong and cool.
Now that my parents are gone, let's get back to our wedding party.
So this is what happened to Alan's parents after our wedding. All of our wedding guests listened to the recording of our conversation with Alan's parents. Our guests were livid and didn't want to have anything to do with Alan's parents after that. Alan and I cut all ties with his parents too for obvious reasons. And we notified the police about what they'd done to my wedding dress. Alan's parents were arrested for arson and assault, and they were both sent to prison. Even after they got out of jail, they still had to pay $300,000 for the designer dress that they burned. Life was not going to be easy for them anymore. As for me, I was reminiscing about my wedding with Melanie. I still can't get over how gorgeous the dresses that you designed for my wedding were. Thank you so much for doing this for me. This was the best gift ever. But I feel bad about accepting a dress that's so expensive. Are you sure that you don't want me to return it to you? Yes, I'm sure. I want you to keep it. And I designed the dress for you, so I don't want anyone else to wear it. After all, you were the one that convinced me to become a fashion designer in the first place. If it weren't for your support, I wouldn't have been able to come this far as a designer. So thank you. I'm so grateful to have you in my life. Melanie, you're too sweet. Can I apologize to you for something, though? What is it? I had a craving for potato chips after my wedding, and I ate some. And when I did, I got some grease on my beautiful dress. I'm so sorry. Please forgive me. You what? I'm so sorry. It's okay. That's a pretty funny story. So like you. I need to go wash my face now. Melanie, are you okay? I had a feeling that Melanie was really upset about me getting grease on the dress that she designed for me. Ouch! What's happening, Melanie? She took off her glasses. How dare you eat potato chips wearing that famous dress that I designed for you? Couldn't you have resisted potato chips for one day? Don't you have any self-control? I won't forgive you for this. You're a potato chip junkie. You really do turn into a completely different person without your glasses. I'm sorry, please forgive me. Would you like some of my potato chips? They'll calm me down. I'm mad at your obsession with potato chips. You can't use them to try to calm me down. What are you gonna do to make up for the fact that you made my dress dirty?
Helen, I'm home.
Helen, I need your help. Melanie took off her glasses again.
I bet you did something bad to make her angry, though. And I bet it has something to do with potato chips.
You're not gonna help me then? You need to deal with this on your own. After that, Melanie lectured me what felt like hours. And Alan just sat there watching me get scolded. In this moment, I'm kind of having a rough time, but apart from that, I'm very happy to have both Alan and Melanie in my life. My career as an illustrator is going really well too. I'm grateful for my happiness, and I'm going to work even harder to become happier. Troublebusters. Helen, are you even listening to anything that I'm saying? Helen, will you help me put Melanie's glasses back on? She's really scary without them.
I think it's about time that someone told you off for eating too many potato chips. I think you need to be scolded a little longer for Melanie's message to kick in.
Alan, how could you?
Hey, Alan, could you come over here for a second? It's regarding the incentive trip. Can I ask you to cancel?
Cancel? But why?
John, the sales manager, thinks it'd be a better idea for us to fly to Hawaii instead. So we're no longer going to go on that trip that you organized.
Hold on a minute. It's so last minute, and it's nice to see you today. How are you?
I'm good.
Alan, why are you so nervous? You need to relax. Let's enjoy dinner.
Well,
So, Alan, tell me, how was work going?
it's going pretty well.
By the way, do you like bubble tea?
I do. In fact, I love it.
I see.
I wonder what he's trying to assess with that question.
You both need to relax a little. Have a bit more to drink. That ought to loosen you up.
Is he angry about something? I can't tell what his facial expression means. I think I've had enough drinks for one night. I need to slow down. Do you have work tomorrow? I don't want to keep you too late.
You two are so boring.
How about we order some tea then? I wonder what he's thinking right now. It's really hard to tell. What should I do? What's so funny?
I find it hilarious that you're so nervous about everything tonight.
I'm fine. I'm not nervous.
Are you sure about that? Because you seem nervous.
I'm really not. I wish Helen's father would stop glaring at me. His stare is frightening, and it makes me want to wet my pants. To be honest, I wanted to go home because I wasn't enjoying the evening at all.
Do you want me to guess what you're thinking right now?
What?
I bet you're thinking that you want to go home.
Of course not. Why would you think that?
I was right. You're too easy. When you lie, you always touch the tip of your nose, which is how I can tell.
You're so perceptive.
So, you want to go home then?
Oh no. Helen's father is red with fury. I hope that he doesn't start yelling at me. Helen's wrong. I don't want to go home. I'm having a lovely time tonight. I can't believe that Helen would try to embarrass me in front of her father. A little bit after that, we decided to call it a night and went home. It's not like Helen's father ever did anything to me, but I was intimidated by his aura, and I was always nervous around him. I wonder what made him so threatening. Maybe his face? And he was always very quiet and would only speak when he really needed to. It was difficult to tell how he felt about things. I feel really overwhelmed whenever I need to see him, and if work is stressful too. It's just too much for me. I can't handle the stress of both at the same time.
Hey, Alan.
Oh, what do you need, Kevin?
Have you finished a task that I gave you earlier?
I'm sorry, but I need a little more time to work on it.
When I give you something to work on, I expect you to handle it in a timely manner. And here are some other tasks I want you to get done. Thanks.
Okay, I'll work on them. It's not like I forgot about my tasks. I was just busy doing other stuff. Why was I swamped with so much work? It didn't seem fair.
One more thing, Alan.
What is it, Kevin?
Could I ask you to organize this year's incentive trip?
I thought that you were in charge of that.
I'm too busy to handle it, so if you could take care of it, I'd appreciate it. I like how you never say no to anything. That's a good quality to have at the workplace. I'm counting on you.
I realize why I was so busy these days. It's because my manager Kevin dumped all of his work onto me. So I decided that I was going to say no this time. Kevin, I'm sorry, but I have a lot on my plate right now, and I won't be able to organize the incentive trip.
Oh, please don't say that, Alan. I really need your help with this. You're the only one I can ask.
Kevin wouldn't give in, but neither would I. I was adamant about my decision.
I guess you're not going to change your mind about this. I have no choice but to plan the trip myself then. Why does a manager have to plan the trip? We managers are busy as it is. Can't a new grad take care of it?
I was relieved that Kevin gave up in the end.
By the way, Alan,
What is it?
I'll be the main organizer of the trip, but could you help me a little, please? I could really use the help from you.
Okay, sure.
Thank you so much. Oh, you've made my day. I was certain that you would say yes.
After saying yes to Kevin, I was a little worried that I was going to end up doing more work than I signed up for. A few days later,
Alan, do you have a minute?
what is it, Kevin?
I need your advice on something.
I'm listening. I hoped that Kevin wasn't going to involve me in something troublesome.
I've decided on the destination of the incentive trip, but I haven't been able to find a decent hotel. Would you be able to help me with that? I found a few nice hotels, but they were all fully booked.
The days of the trip overlap with the holiday season, so I guess that makes sense. And it's a popular tourist destination too. Kevin didn't think things through carefully. If he wanted to plan the trip at a popular destination, he should have started looking for hotels weeks ago.
Do you think that you'll be able to find anything? You're the only one that I can rely on.
Okay, give me some time then.
I knew that I could count on you. Thanks so much, Alan.
I had a secret solution that I didn't want to use unless it was absolutely necessary, but it looked like Kevin was really stuck, so I decided to help him. A few minutes later, I was able to book a hotel.
Oh, really? That's amazing, Alan. I hope it's not one of those mediocre hotels where there's a bed and no decent service. Our senior manager John's coming to this event as well, so I want everything to be perfect.
I was able to reserve a Japanese-style luxury hotel, so you have nothing to worry about.
Wow, that's really great. Thanks for your hard work, Alan. Good job. I knew that you'd come through. You always do. I'm glad that I asked for your help.
I'm glad to have been of service.
How were you able to reserve the hotel, though? Everything was booked the last time that I checked. Either way, I'm glad that it all worked out. Now I have nothing to worry about. I'm so looking forward to this incentive trip.
I thought that was the end of planning the incentive trip, but it wasn't. 3 days before the trip, something terrible happened.
Hey, Alan, could you come over here for a second?
What do you need, Kevin?
It's regarding the incentive trip.
Yes?
Can I ask you to cancel?
Cancel? But why?
John, the sales manager, thinks it'd be a better idea for us to fly to Hawaii instead. So the destination has been changed to Hawaii.
What?
John knew someone that got us a reservation at a fabulous hotel in Hawaii. I should have just asked John for help with the planning instead of going to you first. So we're no longer going to go on that trip that you organized.
Hold on a minute. It's so last minute and...
But it's already been decided.
It's 3 days before the reservation. It's too late to cancel. The hotel that I reserved was doing me a favor by giving us those rooms. And I'm sure that the hotel's already placed orders for the food to be served to us. Not only is it a terrible thing to do to the hotel, but I'm sure that we'd had to pay the cancel charges as well. Are you going to pay the charges then?
Oh, you never told me about the cancel charges. You should have informed me when you made a reservation in the first place.
Well, it's common sense. sense. If we're canceling at the last minute, we're obligated to pay the charges. And I'm sure that I told you about the cancel charges when I made the reservation too. The rule at the hotel is that cancel charges apply from 3 days before the reservation date.
I don't remember you telling me that, though.
I did, and I even emailed you afterwards so that you wouldn't forget. See? Here's the email that I sent you.
Look, this isn't my fault. Our senior manager made the change. I'm sure that even if we cancel our reservation, someone else will reserve the rooms. Just give the hotel a call and tell them about the cancel. I'm sure that they'll be fine with it.
We reserved 30 rooms. I don't think that other customers will reserve the rooms so last minute. This is a huge problem.
Well, deal with it, Alan. It's your job to do so. John really wants to go to Hawaii. I couldn't say no to that. If you have any issues with this, you need to take it up directly with John.
That's not fair, Kevin. I did this for you. After that, Kevin left me and made me deal with the situation on my own. I couldn't believe that John and Kevin were canceling on me at the last minute. It can't do this. How was I supposed to explain it to the hotel?
Alan, are you alright?
Oh.
What's going on?
Hey, Melanie. I'm in a lot of trouble.
I can tell from the way that you're so distressed. Tell me what happened.
Well,
Does it have anything to do with Kevin? He relies on you too much.
actually, it does. You know how I was helping him organize the incentive trip? Melanie and I were the same age, and we joined the company together as new graduates. My wife Helen also joined the company as a new graduate at the same time as us, but she resigned after we got married. Helen and I are close friends with Melanie because of the time that we've known each other at this company. Melanie's usually very shy, but when you get to know her, she can be pretty chatty.
I have something to tell you.
What is it?
What Kevin told you about the incentive trip is a lie.
Really? How do you know?
I overheard a conversation between Kevin and John the other day.
Tell me. I'm listening.
John had asked Kevin to plan the trip to Hawaii in the first place. John had already booked the hotel weeks ago, but then Kevin forgot about that and asked you to plan the trip and selected a different destination.
So Kevin caused all of this chaos because of his forgetfulness?
This morning, John asked Kevin about the trip, and that's when he remembered that he didn't have to ask you to find a hotel. He realized that he had made a big mistake.
Some people seem to think that we're not going to Hawaii for the incentive trip. Do you know what's going on? Well, I'm sure that it's just rumors. Could you please let everyone know that we're going to Hawaii this year? I don't want any confusion. Yes, I will. I'll make sure to clear up this misunderstanding. I'll spread the word that this year's destination is Hawaii. Okay, great. Thanks for taking care of this, Kevin. Oh, shit. I didn't need to ask Alan to reserve that other hotel. I need to get Alan to cancel the reservation that he made. I'll have him take care of it right away so that John doesn't find out about the mistake that I made.
How dare he? He should have owned up to his mistake then.
I totally agree. It was wrong of him to deceive you like that.
I was doing Kevin a favor by reserving that hotel. How could he do this to me? This is unforgivable. What was I supposed to do now? First things first, I needed to apologize to the hotel about the last minute cancel. I made a phone call to the hotel reluctantly. I'm so sorry about this. I know that you went to a lot of trouble to secure all those rooms for us.
What are you talking about?
I'm calling about canceling the 30 rooms for the day after tomorrow.
Huh?
We'll pay the cancel charges. I just wanted to apologize for causing so much trouble, but I think that it'll take us some time to pay the charges. Please give us a little time. I'll make up for this, I promise. This wasn't my fault, but because I couldn't rely on Kevin, I was going to pay the cancel charges myself. I was the one that made a reservation, so I couldn't say that I had no responsibility in the matter. The owner of the hotel was Helen's father, and I didn't want him to think of any less of me either. But the cancel fees for 30 people was a lot of money for one person to pay. It would take me some time to come up with the money.
You want me to wait?
Yes, I'm sorry to have to ask you this.
You're canceling on me at the last minute when I did you a favor, and now you're going to make me wait for the cancel charges? Does any of this sound fair to you, Alan?
I'm in complete agreement with you there. I'm really sorry about this. Please know that was not my intention, though. I'm going to try my very best to get you the money ASAP.
Tell me the reason for this last minute cancel. I'm not going to hang up until you give me an explanation.
Well, I told Helen's father everything that had happened with Kevin. Helen's father listened to me without interrupting me once. I was worried about how he was going to react after I told him the full story. I bet he was going to get really angry. I didn't blame him, though.
I'm not pleased with the reason that you gave me.
I'm really sorry about all this.
This is outrageous.
Again, I'm in complete agreement with you.
Don't assume that they'll be able to get away with this. You'll be hearing from me soon.
And then, Helen's father hung up the phone on me.
Oh, I'm really looking forward to going to Hawaii tomorrow. This is my first overseas trip, and Hawaii sounds wonderful. I've always wanted to go there. I see. I'm sure that you'll have a great time. The other employees are very excited too. Well, this is my way of thanking all of them for their hard work. I want everyone to relax and have a great time in Hawaii. That's so thoughtful of you. I'm sure that everyone's going to have such a nice time in Hawaii. I can see you being promoted again soon. You have so much charisma. You're making me blush, Kevin.
Kevin, I need to speak with you.
What is it that you need, Alan? By the way, John, Alan helped me organize this year's incentive trip. I see. Thank you for making the time to do that, Alan. I can only imagine what a busy schedule you might have.
It was my pleasure, John. I have a question for Kevin.
What is it that you want to ask me, Alan?
It's about the cancel charges.
Cancel charges? What cancel charges are you referring to, Alan? This is the first time for me to hear about it. Alan, can I talk to you in private for 1 minute, please? What's going on, you two? This will only take a minute. Excuse us. Okay.
You want to talk in the conference room?
Yes, okay. I didn't want you to bring up the cancel charges in front of John.
Why not? He has every right to know.
I want this incentive trip to go perfectly. There's no need to involve John in the small issues. We can deal with those ourselves. If John finds out that there are cancel charges involved because he changed the destination to Hawaii at the last minute, he'll feel responsible. There's no need to make him feel bad. It's our job to clean up the mess.
Are you really telling me the truth?
What do you mean by that?
I heard from someone that John asked you to plan the incentive trip with the destination being Hawaii in the first place. And I'm sure that he mentioned that he had already secured a hotel in Hawaii through an acquaintance.
Where did you hear something crazy like that?
That's not the point. How are we going to pay for the cancel charges of the hotel that I reserved?
I told you that I wasn't going to pay it. Just ignore the charges and the hotel will eventually give up.
Don't you feel bad at all about what we did to that hotel?
Let me say this. We are the customers and we are important to their business. They won't screw around with us. You have nothing to worry about. If you're so concerned though, I suggest that you pay the charges then.
Okay, fine. If you say so.
So you're going to pay the charges then?
That's not what I meant. I meant that I understand where you're coming from.
Kevin, long time no see. How have you been?
Helen, what brings you to our office?
Helen's my witness. I wanted another person to listen in on your opinions about the matter.
Actually, I brought one more person with me. Dad, come on in.
What? I was surprised to find out that Helen's father had been hiding in one of the empty cardboard boxes in the room. I had no idea that you were in this room. What a trick!
It's simple but brilliant, right? I'm a stage director. This is my thing.
Uh-huh.
You didn't like it?
I loved it. Truly. Great trick.
Alan, who is this and why is he at our office? What's going on here? Explain it to me. Why did you let Helen and this man listen in on our private conversation? Did you hire this man to try to force me to pay the cancel charges? I'm going to call the police. You shouldn't have brought this man to our office.
Go ahead and call the police.
Okay, I'm calling their number now.
This man doesn't work for the mafia, if that's what you're thinking.
Well, he sure looks like someone in the mafia.
This is Helen's father, meaning that he's my father-in-law. He's also the owner of the hotel that I reserved for our incentive trip.
Oh. What brings you to our office?
My father is here to collect the cancel charges from you. You'll pay the charges, right, Kevin?
Well, you see, so you're not paying me the money then?
You should be careful when my father is really angry about something. You could be in danger, Kevin.
Alright, I'll pay the cancel charges. Are you happy now? So please, don't be angry anymore.
Okay, that'll be $15,000 then.
That's a considerable amount. I can't have this scary-looking man mad at me, though. He could take my life for all I know. I had no idea that you were doing all this behind my back. I'm so disappointed in you, Kevin. John, were you listening to our conversation as well?
I asked him to come to this conference room. Thanks for your help with this, Melanie. My pleasure. It's nice seeing you.
Melanie, you did this? I told you about my idea of taking everyone to Hawaii as part of this year's incentive trip. That was 6 months ago. And you told me that it was a great idea and that you were on board. That's why I reserved that hotel in Hawaii. You were completely aware about this. That's right. This is my mistake. I did this all on my own. And I can't believe that you tried to cheat your way out of not paying the cancel charges. I'm so sorry about this. I'm not the one that you should be apologizing to. Everyone, I'm very sorry for being so selfish and causing you so much trouble.
Kevin, by the way,
What is it, Alan?
you also need to pay for the cancel charges for the train tickets that I reserved as well.
Oh no, do I have to pay for that as well? What else is there? Do you have any issues with that, Kevin? No, I don't. I'd be more than happy to pay. Please don't hurt me, though.
Kevin doesn't seem to understand that Helen's father only looks frightening. He's actually a pretty nice guy. Kevin had to come up with the money to pay the huge cancel charges. The only way that he could do that was by borrowing $20,000. At first, he tried to use his wife's money, but they found out and stopped him. Once his wife and daughter found out about what Kevin had done, not only did his wife refuse to help him out, but she filed for a divorce. On top of everything else, Kevin was ordered to pay child support payments for his daughter. He had to take on even more debt and he was in a lot of financial trouble. At work, I see him eating a lunch that consists only of bean sprouts and I feel a little sorry for him. He was also demoted because of what he had done. As for the rest of the employees, we fully enjoyed our trip to Hawaii. John felt really bad about what happened with Helen's father's hotel this year, so he promised to hold a company event there soon. I'm so sorry for all the trouble that I caused you in the hotel. tell. Is he really angry again? I couldn't tell from his expression. What should I do now? I hope he doesn't yell at me.
It wasn't your fault, Alan. You were only trying to help Kevin out. My father's not angry either, so you can put it behind you and forget it ever happened.
Are you sure about that?
My father wants to go out drinking, just the three of us.
Did he really say that just now?
Do you not want to?
Are you scared of going out drinking with me? Does my face scare you? That's what my father's saying to you.
How do you do it? How do you understand what your father wants to say?
I'm his daughter. I'm telepathic, too.
Telepathy?
Yes, when my mother was still alive, she was the one that read my father's mind, but now that she's gone, I do it instead. My father may appear to be threatening, and most people are scared of him, but he's actually really sweet, like a hamster.
Oh, wow. I had no idea. If I imagine your father to be a cute little hamster, it'd make it much less nerve-wracking for me to have a conversation with him.
He was angry about the cancel charges, but not at you. He was livid with Kevin.
I see. Thanks for clearing that up, Helen. I'm glad that I know this now.
Father doesn't want you to be scared of him. He wants to get to know you better.
I wish you had told me all this sooner.
I enjoyed seeing you so nervous from my father.
That's so mean of you.
I was only teasing.
Well, it wasn't funny.
Hey.
Yes, did I say anything to offend you?
You didn't, it's just that your voice was too loud, is what my father is saying.
Oh, I'm so sorry about that. I'm still trying to get over the fact that your father's personality and appearance are so different.
My father wants you to buy him a bag of potato chips.
Okay, my pleasure.
Nope.
You don't need any potato chips. What is your father trying to tell me now?
I'm not sure. Sometimes my telepathy doesn't work.
Helen!
I'll let you two talk directly then. Bye now.
Wait, don't go! Why is your father chasing you too? I don't get it. When he doesn't speak, he really looks like he could be in the mafia, which is terrifying for me.
This looks like fun. I'm going to join you guys in what my father's saying now.
The more the merrier, right? All of the employees came back from the incentive trip refreshed, and through the incident with Kevin, I became close to Helen's father. Everything turned out okay in the end, and I'm very grateful for it. I'm going to try harder to get to know Helen's father even better. Trouble busters!
Hold on.
Huh? You're making that scary face again. Please don't chase me around like this.
This is so much fun. My father says that he loves playing tag, and once he catches you, he's going to give you a big hug.
I need trouble busters to come and rescue me from the situation.
This building is on fire! Everyone run!
Oh no, I can't believe that this is happening. There's smoke everywhere.
Daddy, my throat hurts from all this smoke.
Melanie, we need to evacuate this building. Pick up a towel or something and cover your mouth. We're leaving! Melanie! Melanie! Where are you? Melanie! Happy birthday, Melanie!
Happy birthday!
Thank you. I'm hungry.
We bought all the things you love for your birthday dinner.
Did you cook any of this?
You know that I'm a really bad cook. I did Melanie a favor by buying all the food instead of cooking it myself. Also, I don't want to tire myself out by cooking all day. I want to enjoy the party as well. Melanie, you like all the food that I bought you, right?
Well, yes.
I guess you have a point. As long as there's love, the food doesn't need to be homemade.
That's right. Eat up, Melanie.
I'm going to eat slowly today and enjoy every bite.
We don't want to waste any of the food, so let me put some more on your plate.
Thank you.
Melanie, if you can't eat everything, I'll help you.
Let's take a family photo. I want to send the photo to my parents. They're going to ask about Melanie's birthday party. Melanie, pose for the photo and smile. You don't look too happy. Where's your big smile? I want to show your grandparents how much you enjoyed today's party.
You need to understand that Melanie doesn't like her photo being taken.
Yes.
Are you even happy about this party that I'm throwing you? I thought the kids would love parties like this. What a bummer. I feel like I wasted my time preparing tonight's dinner.
Sorry, I didn't mean to upset you, Mommy.
I don't want you to apologize to me, but if you're not having fun, what's the point of having birthday parties? Am I right? Maybe this will be our last family birthday celebration.
Mommy, don't say that. I'm having fun. And I'd like to party next year, too.
Oh.
You're being too hard on Melanie. You need to calm down. She's still a small child. My name is Alan, and I live with my wife Claire and daughter Melanie. When Melanie was a newborn, I was really busy with work, so I didn't get to spend as much time as I wanted with her, and Claire was the one taking care of her. But once Melanie started going to kindergarten, Claire began working again, and so I decided to switch jobs so that I could go home earlier and take care of Melanie. I get to spend a lot more time with Melanie now, so I'm thrilled about that. But there was something I found out about our family, and it's that Claire and Melanie don't get along. I observed their relationship for a year, but couldn't figure out what the root cause of the problem was. What time are you coming home from work today?
I'm going to be home late.
Why are you wearing so much makeup to work?
I need to cover my wrinkles and spots.
I feel like your fashion style has changed recently. Don't you stand out at the workplace wearing that?
I don't. Everyone dresses like this.
Oh, really?
I won't have time to pick up Melanie from kindergarten today, so you'll have to pick her up instead. You can pick her up after work, right?
I can, but why are you so busy with work recently? Are you working on a big project or something? And you've been working on the weekends too. I thought that weekends were for us to spend time as a family.
It's not my fault that I'm really busy with work. Take it up with my boss if you'd like. And I like to be busy with work. I prefer working in an office versus staying home all day with Melanie.
But I feel like you're not earning so much in relation to the long hours that you put in. Are you being compensated for the work that you put in?
Why are you so interested in my job all of a sudden? I'm working full-time because you don't make that much money. You should be grateful that I have a job. I'm doing this for our family.
There's no need for you to get mad. I didn't mean to offend you. I think that I make enough money to support this family. You don't need to work so hard. You told me before that you wanted to get a job because you didn't want to be a housewife anymore.
I don't remember about that, but I like where I'm working now, so you don't need to be concerned.
I'm not opposed to the idea of you working full-time. I just wish you'd leave the weekends open so that we can do stuff as a family.
I need to go now, otherwise I'm going to be late for work. Let's talk another time. Take good care of Melanie.
Daddy, today we observed some mandrakes in the garden.
Mandrakes? You mean the carrots that you're growing at school?
I'm looking forward to pulling it out of the ground when it's big enough.
I'm glad to hear that you had a nice day at school today.
Yes, I like school. I like playing with my friends.
Are you really growing mandrakes at your school?
Hey, Lily, you came out of nowhere. Good morning.
Good morning, Ellen and Melanie. So is it true? Are you growing mandrakes at your school?
We're getting carrots at school. I named my carrot Mandrake because it looked like one.
Oh, so you were talking about a carrot then. I've never eaten mandrakes before, but carrots I have. I used to like them when I make curry at home.
This is our friend and neighbor, Lily. She's very friendly and likes to chat. We like her, but sometimes she stops to talk to us for what seems like hours, and this is problematic, especially when we're in a rush to get home.
Daddy, it's starting to get dark.
You're right. We should get going soon.
By the way, does your wife Claire have a sister?
She doesn't. She's an only child. Why do you ask?
Then does she have a female relative that looks just like her?
What is it that you want to know about Claire?
Oh, it's nothing. Forget I even asked.
Now you've aroused my curiosity, though.
I thought I saw someone that looked just like her, but I guess I was wrong. I need to go now. Bye.
I wonder what Lily was trying to tell me.
Something about Mommy.
I agree. I can tell that she's hiding something from us. Now I can't stop thinking about it. Some time passed and I forgot about my conversation with Lily. But then something happened to make me remember what Lily was trying to tell me. What I was about to find out was not good news for me.
Did you hear about Alan's wife Claire? She keeps on making the same mistakes over and over again.
I couldn't help but overhear a conversation between two neighbors.
Yes, I heard. I can't believe that she'd do that to Alan. Does she think that she can just get away with it? Everyone is talking about it. I know. The time she was seen with a younger guy, they were hugging and holding hands. I feel bad for Alan. He's such a sweet person. I agree. Poor Alan, he doesn't deserve any of this.
I was shocked to say the least when I heard that Claire had been on a date with some dude. I couldn't believe that the whole town knew, and I was living my life as a clueless idiot. I was ashamed of myself. This was turning out to be a very shitty day for me. I'm home. Where's Melanie?
She's watching TV in the living room.
I need to talk to you about something, Claire.
What is it? Sounds serious.
I'm just going to come out and say it. You're cheating on me, aren't you?
What the hell, Alan? Where did you come up with a crazy idea like that? This isn't something that you ask your wife the minute you get home.
Hold on a second. You're sweating. What do you have to be so nervous about?
I'm sweating because you're accusing me of something that I never did. Why would you think that about me?
You can't fool me or deny it, Claire. People saw you. People are talking about the fact that you were flirting with this young guy and holding hands with him.
So you choose to believe the neighbors over me? Which neighbor did you hear this from? You shouldn't believe them. They're just rumors.
I'm hoping that they were just rumors, but you've been staying out late and working weekends too. I feel like it adds up, and you wear a lot of makeup and slutty clothes to work. How are you going to prove your innocence to me then?
Alan, you're unbelievable. Am I not allowed to change my fashion style or wear lots of makeup? I really have been busy at work.
I'm not saying these things to hurt you. I just want to know the truth. Seeing how you've been acting around me and Melanie these days, I feel like you would cheat on me.
That's a horrible thing to say to me.
Can you honestly say that you've been a good wife to me and a good mother to Melanie?
I can. And you're wrong to believe those stupid rumors about me.
When I overheard the conversation between those two neighbors, I was sure that they were telling the truth. But after my conversation with Claire, I wasn't so sure anymore. She persuaded me to think that I was wrong to doubt her. That night, I was able to confirm my suspicions, and I couldn't shake the feeling that something was very wrong. I had to get to the bottom of this, otherwise I was going to lose my mind. I decided to hire a private investigator to follow Claire around. It really hoped that there was no truth in what the neighbors were saying about Claire. A few days passed and it was Melanie's birthday.
Alan, you're taking the afternoon off work again today, right?
Yep, I want to come home early to celebrate Melanie's birthday.
I'm sorry to have to say this, but I have a business trip and it requires me to spend the night at a hotel.
What? But it's Melanie's birthday. She's going to be devastated. Can't you ask someone else to go instead? Why are they making you go on a business trip at the last minute?
I don't know, but I have to go. It's work. I got an email about it late last night, but you already had gone to sleep.
What are we going to do about Melanie's birthday party then?
Didn't we decide last year that we weren't going to have any more parties? Melanie doesn't enjoy them anyway, so what's the point, right?
I didn't know that you were serious about that.
Well, I was. Melanie doesn't want a party.
It's the thought that counts, and she's grown up a little. Maybe she'll have fun this year.
I'm not having a birthday party today.
Why are you so upset about it? You didn't have fun last year. I was doing you a favor. I don't want to throw you another party if you aren't going to have fun. Now that you're a year older, let me also say this. You're sweet in front of your dad, but in front of me, you show no emotion, so I can't tell what it is you really want.
That's not true, Mommy. I become quiet because I'm scared that you're gonna start yelling at me.
Well, that's because you irritate me all the time. I have to go on this business trip, and that's that. End of discussion.
Don't go, Claire. We haven't finished talking. Why does she always have to be so mean to Melanie? That's why Melanie can't tell Claire how she's really feeling. It was the way that Claire parented Melanie that made her so timid. I'm sure that deep down, Melanie wants her mother to be with her on the night of her birthday. Since your mom has to work tonight, let's have a party, just the two of us. Is this okay with you?
Yes, thank you, Daddy.
Let me know what you want to eat. Would you also like a big cake for your birthday?
Yes, please.
When I took Melanie to kindergarten on the morning of her birthday, she seemed sad because of her conversation with Claire. But when I went to pick her up in the afternoon, she was back to her happy self. I was relieved to see that she was happy again. Now all I had to do was prepare a birthday party that Melanie would really enjoy. A very happy birthday to you, Melanie.
Thank you so much, Daddy.
I prepared foods that I thought that you might like, so enjoy. Let's enjoy our meal. What do you want to eat first?
The meat.
Okay, let me cut you some. Save some room for the enormous cake that I bought you.
I love all the food that you prepared for me, Daddy.
I'm so glad that you're enjoying the food. I'm sorry about overcooking the meat a little, though.
It's not as burnt as the meat that Mommy always makes for me. It's really yummy.
Oh, I see. I guess it doesn't taste so bad after all.
Yes.
Why does this room smell so smoky, though?
And there's smoke coming from somewhere.
This building is on fire! Everyone run! Oh no, I can't believe that this is happening! There's smoke everywhere!
Daddy, my throat hurts from all this smoke.
Melanie, we need to evacuate this building. Pick up a towel or something and cover your mouth. We're leaving!
What about our party, though?
We'll have another party together soon, so you don't need to worry about that. We need to go now, Melanie. Let's go! I tried to get away safely with Melanie, but to my horror, I couldn't find Melanie among all the smoke. The other panicked residents were blocking the hallway. Melanie was nowhere in sight. Melanie! Melanie! Where are you? Melanie! Where could she be? This is all my fault! I can't let anything bad happen to her on her birthday! What am I going to do now?
I wish we had more time together. Time with you always goes by so fast. When am I going to see you next?
You shouldn't kiss me in public. What if someone sees us?
You don't need to worry. No one's going to see us.
Okay then. I had a really great time with you too. I think you should get going before your husband suspects anything.
You're right. I'm off. See you soon, honey.
See you, baby.
What's happening here? Why are the roads blocked? I need to get home. Claire! You can't take those tapes off. You'll get in trouble. I need to get home, though. Why are these tapes here in the first place? Didn't you hear about last night's fire? There was a fire? There was a fire in this building last night. Your daughter Melanie was burned in the fire. How can you not know any of this? What? Is she okay? She's not. She died in the fire last night. Alan was crying all night. I'm sure he's still crying. Where were you? I hope that you weren't spending the night with your young lover. I can't believe that Melanie's gone. How did this happen?
A lot of people were injured in the fire. I got out of the building in time, so I was one of the lucky ones. Fire engines were lined up outside the building.
Is Melanie really dead? Yes, and it's all your fault. You never should have cheated on Alan. You're a bad wife and mother. You're cursed. I can see goblins surrounding you and haunting you. Stop saying that. You're scaring me. And don't blame Melanie's death on me. It's not like I was the one that started the fire. I was a decent mother to Melanie. I mean, no mother is perfect. There's no reason for Melanie to curse me for her death. Besides, she didn't know that I was cheating on Alan in the first place. You're unbelievable. You know that, Claire? Why would I be cursed for something that was out of my my control. Lily's insane! To be honest, I'm happy to be child-free. I'll have more time to spend with my lover. And I'm going to get her life insurance money, too. This isn't so bad after all. I need to call the insurance company and have them wire the money to me. Alan, where are you now?
I didn't receive a call from Claire until noon the following day after the fire. After the fire, I was staying at Claire's parents' place. I called her many times to try to get a hold of her, but her phone was turned off.
I'm sorry for not getting back to you sooner, Alan. I heard about Melanie from one of our neighbors, and I'm absolutely devastated. My poor baby, I can't believe that she's gone.
Why was your phone turned off, and what were you doing until this time? I called you 100 times!
I'm sorry, Alan. I was working, so I couldn't pick up the phone.
I find it hard to believe that you were working throughout the night. Stop lying to me! I bet you were spending the night with your lover!
How could you say that to me? I'm really sad about Melanie right now. Let's not do this in front of your parents.
But I already showed them these photos. Who is this guy?
Where did you get these? Did you have me followed?
I did. I hired a private investigator. He did a pretty good job if you ask me.
That's not fair. I'm so mad at you right now.
Well, I'm even more mad at you. In fact, livid. You used work as an excuse to have an affair. How could you?
These photos don't prove that I was having an affair. It's not wrong of me to have a friend who's male.
How about this videos then? Why would you need to go to a hotel with a person that is just a friend?
I can't believe that you have a video of us too.
I have some more. Want to take a look? I love this naked dance of yours.
Claire, how could you do this to Alan? Alan's been nothing but a great husband to you, and this is how you repay him?
You're a disgrace to this family. And think about poor Melanie. I didn't mean to hurt Alan or Melanie. I was jealous of the fact that Melanie got along better with Alan than she did me. I felt left out and unloved. I was so lonely.
That's a lie, and you know it. Melanie told me that you left her home alone many times to go on dates with random guys. Aren't you worried that Melanie might hurt herself or get into an accident when she was home alone? You're so irresponsible and selfish.
Oh, so she knew then. She's smarter than she looks.
She kept it a secret from me because she didn't want to hurt my feelings.
Melanie always favored you over me. I didn't get along with her. It's sad because I'm still her mother, though. I thought it was best for both of us if I spent some time away from her. We'd drive each other crazy if we stayed home together all day.
You need to show her love first. You're always yelling at her and intimidating her. You should love her unconditionally.
I knew it. You never loved me.
Melanie, what are you doing here? I thought that you died in last night's fire. Are you a ghost back to haunt me?
Why are you so surprised to see me, Mommy?
Was Lily right? Am I cursed? I hate ghosts and goblins. They're so scary.
Huh?
Mommy?
Ah! Please don't come near me. Melanie's dead. You must be a ghost. I'm sorry for being a bad mother to you. Please don't curse me. I'm also sorry for being happy about the fact that I'm going to get my life insurance from you. Please forgive me.
Mommy, I'm not dead.
Stop lying. I know that you're a ghost. I'm not going to allow you to curse me, though. I'm finally child-free and can live my life as I want to. I don't need you to come back and haunt me. Go away, you wretched ghost. Stop following me around.
Claire, stop that.
Claire, what is wrong with you? How can you say that to Melanie? What insurance money are you talking about?
You're not making any sense to us right now, and you're being very selfish and cruel. You should begin by apologizing to Alan and Melanie. I am ashamed to have you as my daughter. I'm cutting all ties with you from this day forward. Now get out of our house.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
I'm starting to feel sorry for Mommy.
As you may have already predicted, I divorced Claire soon after that, and I got sole custody of Melanie. Claire's parents were furious with her, so they didn't allow her to live with them even after our divorce. She had nowhere to go. I sued both Claire and her lover, and they were ordered by the court to pay me money for the damages caused. I also got Claire to pay me child support payments. Claire tried to pay me money by selling her assets, but that wasn't enough, and she had to take on some debt as well.
I feel like Melanie's ghost is still haunting me. She won't leave me alone. Why am I cursed? What did I ever do to anyone? I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Please forgive me and please don't hurt me.
Claire never found out about the truth about Melanie, and so she continued to think that she was being haunted by Melanie's ghost. Because of this, Claire became mentally ill and had to be hospitalized. I guess she no longer has the time or strength to go out and find herself a new lover. I never understood why Claire thought that Melanie had died in the fire in the first place. It's all a big mystery to me, but I guess it was karma getting back at her for her bad behavior.
Thank you for taking me to the amusement park today. I had so much fun. I'm going to cook you dinner tonight.
That sounds great, Melanie. Thank you so much. What are you going to make me?
Melanie's alive. She's back from the dead.
I'm going to cook some rice and grill some fish. And for dessert, we're having pudding.
Sounds delicious. I can't wait because I love it when you cook for me.
I'm going to make a dinner extra special tonight.
Yay! I'm so excited.
I'm going to put caramel and chocolate sauce on your rice.
That's definitely new for me. I can't wait to try it. I was worried about Melanie's mental health because her mother hadn't been very nice to her all these years. But she's growing out to be a very happy child, which makes me so relieved. It's almost like Claire took everything negative out of Melanie's body and inflicted it onto herself.
Daddy, I love you so much.
Aw, well, I love you even more. I told myself that day that I would take care of Melanie for as long as I lived. I want her to be happy and never stop smiling.
I told you I have an invitation. Why do I not have a seat? Yo, what's up, Alan? You seriously thought you'd have a seat? You think you'd have a spot at my wedding? Huh? I'm not gonna make some loser show up at my wedding. Some temp employee that graduated middle school needs to get the hell out. I think you're gonna regret making me leave.
Here I go! Yeah! Yeah! Yeah!
Wah! Why are you doing this to me?
Yeah! Yeah!
Stop! Ouch! Why are you throwing me into the air and then dropping me?
You said stop! Or did you want us to throw you more? Wanna go again? Hell yeah!
Stop! Why are you throwing me?
Because we're celebrating. When someone wins, you throw them in the air.
You don't throw someone for being engaged! You two are insane!
You don't like it? Do you not like me anymore? Are you going to call off the engagement?
No! I wouldn't do that!
You're seriously so kind.
Ah, you fooled me again! You little devil!
It's your fault for being gullible. Yeah, this is so beautiful.
You don't just make it sound like this is normal either! You pranksters! My name is Andrew. I work at a big-time department at a big-time corporation. I'm what you call elite. Want to hear about my history? I'll tell you. I went to the top uni, Trouble Uni. I interviewed 20 positions and got job offers from all of them. The bragging was annoying, so we cut it out. So yeah, I'm incredible, huh? I'm gonna keep going up the corporate ladder and become a CEO one day.
Oh yeah, I need to call my husband. Alan really likes you, Helen. He'll be overjoyed to hear you're getting married.
Wait, hang on. I was going to surprise him the next time I saw him.
Then call him. Tell him that you're gonna get married and the next time you see him. Just tell him that the engagement was called off as a prank. He might be like, man, I stepped on a grenade.
That's perfect. Let's go with that.
Alan is Hillary's husband and works at my company. He's a middle school graduate who was on board in the middle of the season. He's also a temp. Honestly, he's really low. The lowest of lows, actually. Alan! You got something to say to me? Congratulations on your engagement. No! Whoa! Maybe this'll make you a little smarter? How would that make me smarter? You shouldn't be acting like that to me. I'm your boss. I can just tell them to not renew your contract. I think you're the one that's gonna be in trouble. Please don't do that. I need this job. Right? Right? You need to work to pay for Hillary. She'll leave you. So you just have to listen to me, loser. First, get on your knees. Like this? Then say this. This temp loser is so happy to be family with you. This is insane. Come on, speak up, loser. This is manners. Hey, you all come over here real quick. You guys think I'm saying the right thing too, right? We will support everything in your endeavors, sir. Right? Right? So, Alan, what were you saying to me? Your lovely wife's sister is gonna be my wife. You know what's gonna happen if you don't do things right, right? This temp loser is so happy to be family with you, sir. There you go. That's perfect. Being an elite is so much fun. I'm so happy. Everything goes as I want. However, I do have some worries because I'm an elite. What's going on? Why is there a ruckus at the reception?
Excuse me, sir. The bride's sister and her husband are here.
I see. I figured it all out because I'm an elite. I'll take care of it. So you just go get the wedding ready.
Sir.
I got this invitation and you're saying I don't have a seat?
I don't see an Alan on the list. We're speaking to the groom to check on what's going on. I'm so sorry, but you're gonna have to hang on just one moment.
Yo, Alan! You seriously showed up? Mr. Andrew, what's going on? I got an invitation, but there's no seat. You really thought you'd have a place at this wedding? You? At my wedding? You really thought you could be a part of it? Huh? There's no way you'd be a part. You've only graduated middle school. Some low-life, low-educated loser would make me look terrible. I made sure to get rid of your seat personally. I'm such a great worker. Look, I'm main character right now. This loser temp needs to leave. No. If you make me leave, you're gonna regret it. Yeah. I'm not afraid of some loser middle school graduate who can't fit into society. Go home! Okay, let's go, Hillary.
Okay. Bye, Andrew. Goodbye forever.
You can stay, Hillary. You went to trouble uni like me. You're half low-life since you married a low-life, but you can come anyway.
If Alan isn't going, I'm not going.
You should go. If both of us don't go, she'll be upset.
But
I think it'll be all right. Yes, my problem is that I'm so elite that I can't invite lowlifes to my wedding. I have so many highly educated people. I can't just taint the scene with a low-educated fool. Lowlifes don't fit at my perfect wedding anyway. The air is gonna be so polluted. So, now that the loser is gone, let's start the highly educated wedding. I'm so happy to have married you, Helen.
You're the happiest husband alive. You better thank me.
Thank you so much.
More formally.
Thank you so much for marrying someone such as myself. Wait, what?
You're so funny. I really wanted to show off my wedding dress to everyone, especially Mr. Allen.
Huh? Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't think we need him.
Why?
I chased him off!
What?
I don't want some lowlife at our wedding, huh? I'm a super elite that's going places, and he's just a permanent temp. I don't want to be relatives with him.
The one?
What'd you say?
The worst one is...
Huh?
You're the absolute worst!
Wait! What? Miss Helen?
What are you talking about? Embarrassing. Education. Temp. Who cares? You're that special?
I'm elite.
Yeah, you're elite. So what? Mr. Allen is my savior. If he wasn't around, I wouldn't be around either.
What?
But
What are you talking about?
What is she talking about? Let's talk to Alan himself.
He's outside. We can't ask him.
We just use Zoom. Let's interview him. Alan?
Please look at the Countdown TV. Hello. We are the Trouble Busters.
Yeah, we don't need that kind of joking right now.
Shut up. I'm allowed to joke sometimes. I'm never allowed to be the goofy one. Come on.
Yeah. Mr. Allen, where are you?
I was chased out of the venue. Apparently, a middle school graduate temp employee is ashamed.
I see. So you deserve it?
Wait, that's not what you're supposed to say.
I'm kidding. Anyway, Mr. Allen, we've heard that you were actually Helen's savior. Can you explain that to us?
Sure. I started my own PA office as soon as I graduated middle school.
That's true. I remember that day. By the way, I worked part-time at your office. So what did you do as a PI?
Well, there was a time that Helen was accused of being a bully.
why do I have to be put through this?
What's going on, Helen?
At school, people are saying I'm a bully.
What?
My friends believe in me, but my teacher won't. I'm going to be expelled.
I have a friend who started working as a PI. Want me to talk to him?
I think if a PI goes to school, people will figure out it's real quick.
It's fine. He used to be a middle schooler recently, and he looks like a baby, so he'll go undercover.
I heard about your story. I'll do my best for you.
Elementary school? Where did you come from, buddy?
I'm technically high school aged.
This is a PI? Are you like a real-life shrunken adult?
That's a little hurtful.
Come on, Alan. Help prove her innocence.
Of course.
Heck yeah!
But I don't have any money.
Oh, I don't have a lot of jobs as a PI yet, so I need to just get some experience under my belt. So I'll do this pro bono for the experience.
You're so generous.
I have the results of my investigation.
That was fast.
One of your classmates spread the rumor.
Why me?
Apparently, it wasn't just you. There are a few others that have had rumors spread about them. I found something that connected all of you, though.
Connection?
You guys are all going for the same high school, Trubus High. You're going for that high school, right?
Yeah.
The person who spread the rumor is also going for that school. You know how difficult it is to get in, and now there's a very limited amount of accepted students? So they wanted to expel students to remove you from the applicants list.
That's it?
I've already contacted the school and submitted my proof, so it should fix itself.
So
You could go back to school as usual.
Yes, I'm so glad. Thank you so much, Mr. Allen.
So yeah,
I see. So if you weren't around, Helen would be expelled, even if she wasn't expelled, though. She would have been struck down in her interview. They were very strict against bullying now.
there's no way that's true. PI after graduating middle school? Ridiculous. And if you were so good, you'd still be a PI. You're working as a temp, which means you're full of it. I am still a PI. What? I didn't tell you? I'm working with a certain client to work undercover in your company. Undercover? According to my client, they say that you've just been shoving your work into this other employee's space, and you've just been walking around like the company is theirs. The person you're investigating? I can't tell you that because it would be against the contract. Is it my stupid subordinates? Where are you all? I know you're here. Shut up! It's you all, isn't it? We're not gonna listen to you anymore!
I was investigating with Alan, but you've got some really bad evidence. Literally every move you make is incriminating. Every piece of evidence we find is worthy of a lawsuit in and of itself.
No way! I'm suing! You were the client! You were gonna come after me as my subordinate? I'm gonna force you to quit! That's why I was hired, though. Exactly! Power doesn't protect you from law. We have the evidence. All we need to do is sue you! You little orderly! I'll hire you, Alan! I'll pay twice whatever they're paying! You just get rid of all the evidence you've collected. I can't do that. Why the hell not? Damn it! Then I'm gonna have to pull out my last card. What are you planning on doing? Wah! How's that? You can't stop me. If you want me to stop, you better give me the evidence. That's your final card?
Elites would be ashamed. Let me show you real elite technique.
Get it, Hillary!
Yes, sir. Here we go. Hitting your pinky toe in the corner of the dresser.
Ow!
Rolling around in bed when you drop your phone on your face.
Ow!
You turn around without thinking and hit your funny bone.
It burns!
Gotcha. I win.
That's not fair!
You lost because your imagination is too good.
You'll save me, right, Helen?
I thought I found my happiness. Whatever. Anyway, Andrew, can you already break off the engagement?
I'm never gonna do that!
Please break it off.
No!
You'll do it, right?
Yes, ma'am. We broke off our engagement without putting any paperwork in. I had to pay for damages. A lot of the employees at the office also reported my wrongdoings. I was fired, and then they also sued me for damages. My elite career came to an end.
Mr. Allen, I'm not letting you go now.
Stop teasing me! You've been teasing me too much recently. Why?
I lost Andrew, so I need someone. So please, let me tease you.
You can't use that magic on me.
Just let me do it.
Hillary, help me out!
I'm eating chips right now. Sorry.
I'll buy you chips and Coke later!
I'm here. You gonna come at me, sis? You think you can beat your big sister? I can beat my older sister. What is that mole on your face? Is that a switch to make you angry or something? Oh, this? Wanna try pushing it? No, thanks. Oh, don't be like that. Come on, go ahead and push it. No, 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 no! Leave me alone! You admit defeat? I admit defeat. You got a ways to go. I lose.
What is going on with these two? Damn it! They're having so much fun! I'm working so hard to pay off all the damages. Huh? Did I find another job? Of course! I can do anything I set my mind to.
He works from inside the cell, though.
Don't say that, mental Hillary! Yes, the place I found new employment was within a cell. What cell? How did I end up here?
Hey, Daddy, look! It's a person!
Don't look at him.
Hey, Dad, what does unemployed mean? What's unemployed?
The lowest scum of society. Don't be like him.
Okay!
That's hilarious. It literally says unemployed man. It literally says how he became unemployed, too. Let's see. He believed he was a lead and made his employees do all his work for him, and then he was sued.
He looks down on his brother-in-law, who was a temp, and then chased him out of the wedding, which made his engagement broken off. He was sued by his ex-fiancée and his employees. And to pay that off, he tried to find another job, but no one wanted him.
He works to be the laughing stock of everyone's story so they can earn a couple bucks.
Seriously, what a loser.
Real elites don't look down on people.
Please stop! I used to be an elite, but how did this happen to me? Some random kid who's not even in elementary school. And some dumb-looking high schoolers mock me. My pride is gone. I gotta keep working hard to pay off the damages. Trouble Busters! Ah!